What's up, guys? Today we're gonna be making a super simple one skillet dinner recipe. We're making a caprese chicken, so we have some fresh ingredients, some chicken breast, some mozzarella, some fresh basil, some cherry tomatoes that we're gonna blister up. This is gonna be super quick, super delicious, and you're gonna wanna make it day after day. We're gonna start by heating a large skillet. You don't wanna overcrowd your chicken. To medium heat. We're gonna add about a tablespoon of avocado oil, coconut oil, whatever you have on hand will work, to the skillet. So here I have 3 large chicken breasts that I butterflied. I've honestly never butterflied something before, but I think this will go a lot better than just keeping it thick because it'll cook quicker and it'll be more surface area to cover with cheese and tomatoes and some fresh basil. So we're gonna season these pretty quickly. Salt, pepper, and Italian seasoning that we already have blended together, but honestly, you can cover this in whatever you want. Whenever I'm making a recipe like this, I always want to start off like, this just brings me back, you know, like how Matt can do that. But growing up in an Indian household, we didn't make stuff like this at all. Some pepper. If we were making Taco Bell though, that will bring me back because we ate a lot of Taco Bell. Okay, so our skillet's definitely hot enough. The oil is shimmering, so you know it's ready. So we're gonna pop these guys in, and you don't want them to touch one another. So try to prevent overcrowding if possible. So we're gonna want these to brown on both sides. So we're gonna go about 4 to 5 minutes per side until fully cooked through. All right, let's give these chickens a flip. Oh yeah, that looks great. So while the chicken is cooking up on the other side, I'm gonna get our cherry tomatoes halved that we're gonna be blistering up in a hot skillet pretty soon here. You can do as many or as little as you want. We're gonna be doing about half a cup here, not a whole lot. All right, so this looks about good, and you can always do more depending on, you know, I like a lot of cherry tomatoes, Matt doesn't, so I'll probably eat the majority of these anyway. We'll just set those aside for now while we're waiting on our chicken. And when we pull this chicken out, what we're gonna do is we're going to lay a slice of mozzarella cheese on top of each and cover it with foil so that it can melt down on its own. But feel free to put the skillet in the oven if you want like a meltier cheese later on. And even fresh mozzarella would go really great with this, probably even tastier. Sometimes it's just easy to have the sliced cheeses on hand, and these definitely do melt better. We can also slice up some basil, and this adds a really nice freshness as opposed to dried basil. All right, so the chicken is looking fully cooked through on both sides. So we're gonna transfer it to this plate and top it with some cheese. We're gonna turn down this heat a little, get our cheese going. Oh yeah. And then let's quickly cover this with foil so we can trap in all that heat. And you wanna do shiny side down. Let's set this aside as we get our tomatoes and sauce going. We're gonna add in some butter and scrape up the little bits you can see. You can even use some broth if you want a more of a, you know, more liquid in there for that sauce, or you can use some white wine, that would be really good. So once you scrape up those bits, we're gonna just add in the tomatoes and get those going. We're just gonna let these cook and blister up for as long as it takes. It shouldn't take too long because your pan will be really hot and that butter is sizzling. All right, so it's been a couple minutes and you can see they're like slightly brown, definitely blistered. So at this point, we're just gonna add the rest of our ingredients. Turn off the heat first off, and then we're gonna add in some lemon juice and some basil. Another great ingredient would be just some fresh garlic. And then we're gonna do some of the fresh basil. So that looks good. And again, like I said, if you wanted to add some broth or some wine to deglaze the pan, that'll give you more of a sauce for the chicken. But I like it just like this. So if we were just cooking this for family dinner, we would serve it by adding the chicken directly back into the pan and then bringing that skillet to the table. But right now we're just gonna, ooh, whoa, got really sticky cheese. We are just gonna plate one up and give it a try. Don't let the foil get stuck. All right, let's grab this guy right here since he is looking perfect. And I'm just gonna grab some tomatoes and some basil and some of that butter. Oh yeah. And then additionally, some fresh basil. How beautiful is that? Oh man, those blistered tomatoes. That has changed the way I'm gonna eat my tomatoes moving forward. With the fresh basil, the cheese is super creamy and melty, and then the chicken is just really hearty and filling. This is an amazing recipe. This is something you could whip up in under 20 minutes and everyone will love. So feel free to check out the link below on how to make this and let us know what you think when your family gives this a try.